So you can scoot forward on your chair so your feet are flat, and either just relax your hands in your lap or arms down by your sides. And you can close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. And begin to slow down your breath. And just notice the expanding and releasing of your rib cage as you breathe. And this is something you can come back to over and over. Anytime you notice your mind is wandered or you're overthinking or checked out, just come back to your breath. Feel the movement that it creates. And you might use that movement to explore the pose, even something simple like just sitting here. As you inhale, looking for or creating a feeling of length and space. And as you exhale, using that natural descending quality to release your shoulders, relax your face a bit more. Looking for groundedness and ease. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus. And let's start with a side bend. You can bring your right arm up and over. You might lean onto your left hand a little bit. Reach out through your fingers. Try not to tip off your right hip, so really ground down through both sit bones. And then circle your right arm back behind you, as far back as you can. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then let your head fall towards the floor. And take your right arm out and down until your right shoulder pulls down, stretching right side of your neck. You can let your head just release, pulling through the right shoulder, lengthening right side. Rotate your chin to your chest. Come over to the other side. Back and forth. And then bring your head up to neutral. And we'll do the same thing other side. Left arm up and over. Big yawning reach. Circle your left arm way back, as far back as you can. Finish up the circle you're on, coming back to your side stretch. And then let your head fall, take the left arm out and down until your left shoulder pulls down, stretching left side of your neck. And try not to lift the bottom shoulder up to meet your ear. Both shoulders drop, but just a little bit more through the right. And then rotate chin to chest. Come over to the first side and go back and forth, half circles, side to side. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck, letting the weight of your arms release. And then drop the arms, head floats up. And lift your shoulders up and then roll them way back and down a couple times. Now let's interlace fingers in front and put a little pressure between your arms like you're going to pull them apart. And this can help open between the shoulder blades. You might think about spreading the rib cage as you inhale. And then release. Let's bring arms out to the side. Flex the palms. Pull your fingers up and back towards your body. Push out through the base of the hand and see if you can find where your rib cage is neutral, your spine is nice and long and even. Curl from fingertips down. Bring them as close in towards your forearm as you can, stretching the forearms and keep reaching out. Shoulders drop. One more time. Flex, fingers up. Curl, fingers down, and then a few big wrist circles. Flexing and stretching all the little muscles of the forearms. Go in both directions. And then release. And just shake that out a little bit. Let's take the right arm up, bend it straight back on itself, grab your elbow, and then take it back. As you do this, notice if your rib cage is jutting out and overarching your back. See if you can drop the ribs, keep the spine nice and long, even on right and left, front and back. And then release, right arm up, open it out, take it across. We'll hook with the other arm, hugging it in as close as you can. As you do this, draw back through right shoulder. So you're still square across the chest, still sitting nice and tall. And then release, arm out. Rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back, so back of your hand is at your waist. Interlace fingers at your waist. Pull your knuckles around towards the front, and then elbows go towards one another. From here you can circle your right shoulder. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. And stay upright or fold. And folding might be just dropping your head, or could be coming part way or all the way over your lap. Maybe reaching your arms up and back away from you. And just working with the body you have. You don't need to look like what I'm doing. You don't have to have more mobility than you have. You're just exploring the mobility you do have. And then release. Come up. And a couple shoulder circles. Up and back and down. Good. Let's take the left arm up. Bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow. Take it back. Drop the ribs. Draw the belly in. Really feel what's here. Even though we are practicing yoga, it's definitely possible to go on autopilot. and just go through the motions. So see if you can catch yourself doing that and then come back with curiosity. Let's release, left arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in close. As you do this, draw back through your shoulder. And then release, arm out. Rotate thumb to point down, wrap it around. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top, knuckles towards the front, elbows towards one another, and then circle your left shoulder. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back. And stay upright or fold forward, any amount. Let's release, come up. Again, a couple shoulder circles. Up and back and down. Okay, let's take a twist. So left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand somewhere on the chair behind you. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. And then each breath, see if you can sit a little taller, twist a little more. Keep going in this direction, but turn your head the opposite way, looking over your other shoulder now, wringing out your spine. And then release, unwind, and switch. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, rotate. Breath by breath. See if there's a little bit more. Keep going this direction. Turn your head the opposite way. And then release, back around to the front. So let's cross the right ankle above the left knee. Sit tall, and then with a tall spine, lean forward. And lean forward just enough until you meet your edge, right where it is. Could be right away, could be coming further down. You can support yourself with your hands or elbows. And keep lengthening, keep folding. Let's bring the upper body back up. Extend that right leg forward and then flex and point your foot. And have your leg at whatever height works for you. It could be low or high. Deep flex, full point. A few big circles, both directions. And then release. Let's switch sides. Left ankle above right knee. Sitting tall. Bringing that length into a fold, whatever amount you're able. Last breath here. Let's bring the upper body back up, extend, left leg forward, flex, and point your foot. Circle your ankle, big circles, both directions. And then release. And let's come to stand behind the chair. You can bring your hands lightly to the back of the chair. We'll slowly lift the heels and then slowly lower them, and see how lightly you can touch the chair while you do this and how smooth the lift and lower can be, so it's not jerking up or down, but slow and controlled. If this is easy, you could challenge yourself by releasing your hands all together and then it's there if you need it, or alternating feet or both. So you could flex one foot so it's all the way off the floor and just lift and lower on one foot, and try the other. Can it still be slow and smooth? Let's take two more or one more on each side if you're alternating. And then release. Let's take a balancing pose. We'll do tree. So the right leg can come up, bringing it to the inner left leg, either as low as the ankle or as high as the inner thigh or anywhere above or below your knee. You could bring the arms out. You can keep them on the chair. Could bring hands together or arms up. You can change your mind at any time. How tall can you stand here? And then release that side. Shake that out. Same thing, other side. Left leg up, anywhere above or below your knee, as high as you can, as low as you like. You can choose your arm position. Can your breath be slow and deep, even while you're concentrating on balancing or maybe even wobbling or falling? And then release that side, shake that out. And let's try and have the knees stay in line with one another. I'm going to bend the right leg. So make sure your right knee doesn't come forward as you do this. Keep it right in line with the left leg, and we'll lift and lower. This is a hamstring curl. You'll probably feel it in your hamstring 5 times. Coming up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Last one. And release. Same thing other side, making sure your knee doesn't come forward but stays right in line. Lifting up and down, up. Doesn't have to be high, down, just working with your body, up and down, up and down. One more, up and down. Okay, let's stretch out the hamstrings. Step your feet back, coming to something like downward facing dog. The hands can be at the top of the chair or the seat of the chair, whatever works best for you. Hands about shoulder width apart, feet about hip width apart. Pulling the hips back, shining the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Opening up the backs of the legs. Two more slow, deep breaths here. And then release. And let's come back to sitting. And this time you can sit all the way back on your chair. Letting your back rest. And just feel all the places where your body is touching something else. Where your hands are resting together or in your lap. Where your legs and back are resting into the chair. And you can let your eyes close or a soft gaze. And see if you can let each point of contact between you and something else soften or spread or let go. Just releasing into the support underneath you. And you can let go of the control of your breath. Your breath will keep going. Some breaths shallow, some deep, maybe through the nose or mouth. Just a few moments of not doing anything. You can slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your wrists and ankles. And take a big stretch out through your arms. As if you're just waking up from a good nap, fully refreshed, revitalized. And scoot forward on your chair again, sitting tall. And we'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me for chair yoga.